How's it going, everybody? This is the Jayx Games channel. I really appreciate all the support and everything that I had in the first devlog. Hopefully the second devlog is going to be a lot better, because the first devlog, it was kind of slow, I guess you could say. So let's get started in devlog 2. Hopefully it's a lot better and more detailed about the things that are going to be in the game. So I started out with the animations, adding more to the game, and let me tell you, it didn't quite go very smoothly. Oh my god. Maybe. Oh, there we go. But his foot kind of follows that bone. I started to think that it was maybe a transform issue, me forgetting to press, the transform button when you do an IK rig. But this is what happened whenever I I hit the transform button. More shit just piled on. What the hell is going on here? What is that? What? Hope it doesn't do it in the G. Oh my god, what the hell is going on? So I basically decided to try and go on this endeavor. I'm trying to find out what the hell was actually going on with the rig. I don't know. I'm guessing another struggle bus session will commence now. Let's see what the hell is going on here. Yeah, what the hell is that? Was that always like that? This one seems to be working good. I have no clue. I eventually gave in after the long, hard, painstaking process of actually trying to figure out the weight paint, anything to get this abnormal thing out of my sight, I guess. So I moved on after deciding to keep all the deforms. Unfortunately, it came with a slight cost, but nothing like this abnormal blob in the screen. What the hell is going on here? Okay, so this foot is just going to be affected. I don't know, this foot is just always going to be affected. I don't know what the hell or even how to fix this. So basically, long story short, I gave up on trying to fix it and moved on and focused on more animations to add to the game. The most challenging part was actually trying to make a prone feature, and I'm gonna be dead honest, like, it was very tough. Probably one of the most challenging parts of animating. Kind of angle his legs up a little bit, like this. I knew that it kind of wasn't working out from the get-go, especially when this happened. Okay. So if I do this, it does not record lock-rod scale. So basically what happened was I was trying to create a pose of him being prone, and it didn't record my rotation. Coming across something like this when you're animating is definitely discouraging, and I was honestly stumped. So I chose to move on a little bit from the prone feature until I found out how the hell I was supposed to do this. So I decided to make a squatting animation. Oh my god, it's actually matched up pretty perfectly. What's that? Okay. No, it's not. Somehow it's not matched up. Okay, so after making the squatting animation, I actually realized that I can go from the squatting pose after I created it to the prone animation, and then make a prone pose and seamlessly blend the two in Godot. At this point, I was very proud of my prone animation. The only thing is that it kind of feels a little light and there's no weight to it. But I really think at this point we need to move on, especially since we spent so much time worrying about the rig problems that I was facing earlier. I mean, it's looking good, really. I really like how it just like cartoony, bam. That's him squatting. Okay, so he squats. Then he goes prone. I'm very comfortable with it. I think it's looking very, very good, honestly. So go back to gun pose just in case I need an action. But yeah, I really, really like it. Aiming, squatting, blah 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 blah. After I got done struggling with the animations, I moved on to modeling because my brain was completely fried from animating. Honestly, it was bad. My brain is completely fried right now, honestly. So I started on modeling a pillar because in my game we're gonna have different types of heists and stuff that you can pull off, and a bank is definitely gonna be one of them. We also have different types of sandbox levels that we're going to be making, so we're going to need so many models, so many things to actually build for this game. I didn't plan on actually making too much right now, but we do need a good bit so we can showcase a demo. After making this column, I actually needed to size it up to the people of the world. That way we can get a gist of how big we need our columns, especially in the bank. I then wanted to make some walls, so I started sizing the walls up to the column. Comparatively, you would probably want to size everything up as equal as possible, especially if you're making modular pieces. Which, if I didn't mention before, these right here are going to be modular pieces to where I can build and place them wherever I need to in any map. Making walls are a little bit more complicated than you think. I'm actually splicing everything up with Control R to actually get those lines in there. And then I'm sealing with a bridge tool to actually make sure the door is actually very much sealed along the frame. I started to make a cut at the bottom of the wall in order to make floors, and then I realized that would be a bad idea, especially if I'm making modular pieces, so I sized up another cube along the floor, realized that was also a bad idea, and so I just duplicated the wall and put it flat and tried to make it as best match as possible to the lines that I made on the bottom of the wall. I want to make short walls, so I just duplicated them and then shortened the walls down, kept the door frame the exact same height and width, and I just shortened the tops of them down. Made sure both short walls are the exact same size, make sure all tall walls are also the exact same size. I wanted to make a window, which I figured this right here would be easy. Truth is, it really is easy. You just make it kind of like how you made the door, and then you start sizing everything down. You can size it however you want to. Probably bring in a human for reference, like I'm about to do right now. That way you can actually see how large your windows and doors are comparatively. Fortunately, that will be it for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I'm just filming, recording the ups and downs of me creating my game. Hopefully it can inspire you guys to actually make your own games or make your own content. Hopefully you guys get some inspiration, get out there and actually do something. If you guys need a tutorial or anything like that, please leave it down in the comments. I can actually teach you guys how to do stuff. I could slow it down for you if you guys want to know how to model, sculpt, code, basically anything. Any questions you guys have, please leave it down in the comments and I will get back to you. I promise. That will be it for this episode. Hopefully by the next episode we'll be done modeling at least a little bit for the demo, which is going to be for the bank level, and I will do a little bit of animations outside of YouTube. That way you guys can catch up. Well, that way I could catch up, honestly, and show you guys a demo of the game next episode or an episode after that, maybe. I'm not sure.